Hi Pisces, my name is Linda. Thanks for tuning in. I have here your cards for the May general reading. This is where you are now. Seven of Swords. This is the challenge you face. Hangman reverse. The resources you can use. Temperance reversed. This is the hidden forces. Page of Swords reversed. This is the potential outcome. Two of Crystals reversed. So 3 swords cards in the reading. From the runes, we're going to pull one here to describe what is the spiritual lesson. Okay, this energy looks a little bit hard, I'm not going to lie. Looks a little bit difficult. Looks a bit painful as well. You have 4 cards in reverse, and the 1 card that's in the upright position could be explaining here that you may be dealing with some kind of dishonest person, or a situation where you might be dealing with, just heard now, intellectual property theft. Someone could be dealing with intellectual property theft. It could be some kind of betrayal in another way. You could be dealing with someone that is being sneaky behind your back, being dishonest in some way, telling you one thing, behaving differently. There could also be the energy here of someone. Look, the Seven of Swords doesn't always have to be bad news, right? The Seven of Swords in the traditional interpretation is the image of a person who's stealing the weapons from the enemy's camp, right? In the Rider-Waite deck, in the Seven of Swords, what's missing from this is the Morgan Greer deck. What's missing from this image on this deck is, which is in the Rider-Waite deck, is that just back here, where the person who's taking these swords is actually stealing them from the enemy army's camp. Okay, so in the interpretation, it's talking about theft. It's talking about like sneaky behavior, dishonest behavior, things of that nature. But there's other ways to interpret the Seven of Swords. It doesn't always have to be bad news. It could also be about a person doing a lot of research. It could be about you. This could be you, rather than it being about someone else. This could be about you gathering information, collecting data, doing some kind of deep research in order to make an assessment on something, to give a better, to get a better and clearer decision out of a circumstance that you need to be, what's the right word, decisive on, or take action on. That's one interpretation here. And so in that interpretation, I would say here, yes, there's more things to learn. There's more understanding to gather. And that with the Hangman in reverse here, it could be just about you not actually making a decision just yet, but using this time to continue to collect more information so that you can get the best possible result out of a situation. That's one interpretation I would give, where I'm giving the Seven of Swords a little bit of more of a positive spin in the circumstances. But back to what I was saying at the very beginning here. Wait, before I go forward with that, what else I would say about that when I was talking about research and analysis is you gathering information in order to be more strategic and more intelligent and more clever about how you handle a situation that you're trying to get the best yield out of, okay? So I'm going to leave that there and move on to a different energy, because what I feel more, because you have the Hangman and the Temperance card in this reading both in reverse, 12 and 14 from the Major Arcana, I feel like there is a betrayal here. I feel like what else I'm picking up on in this reading, because you have Page of Swords and Two of Swords both in reverse here on this bottom line, what I'm picking up on here is that there could be something going on that you're not aware about. There could be some talking behind your back. That's what I feel with this Page of Swords in reverse. This card is in the position of what are the hidden forces. And I'm not feeling it as a necessarily positive, happy, or righteous energy. I'm picking up with the Seven of Swords and the Page of Swords both in reverse here. Sorry, Seven of Swords is upright, Page of Swords is in reverse. This is in the position of where you are now. This is in the position of the hidden forces. This is what you cannot see. So, Page of Swords in reverse can be gossip. It can be talking behind the back. There can be some backstabbing energy here. There could be some difficult energy going on that is behind your back that you're not aware of. You might have an inkling of it, and this reading for some of you could be a confirmation of what you've been suspecting. I just want to say here with this energy, like, please don't take this on. If you're not aware of any of this energy that I'm describing here, then probably this reading is not for you. Just because you're a Pisces or just because you clicked on this reading doesn't mean that what I'm saying is necessarily true for you. Don't try to make a story up just because you're hearing this energy from me, or you're hearing this reading from me. Don't become suspicious and paranoid. This is not for you if this energy is not something that you're already picking up on in your life. This reading is for you if you already have some kind of inkling of something like this, or there's already something that you've kind of started to become aware of that you're dealing with. Okay, because we have the Hangman in reverse and the Temperance in reverse here, I feel like what's being described here is if you are aware of some kind of malicious or behavior or gossip from people going on in your environment, then what the Hangman and the Temperance in reverse here are telling me is that this could be a difficult and trying time, but at the end of the day, if this is what's happening for you, you have a lot to gain from the situation, in the sense that it's not about revenge. It's not about getting back at someone. It's not about spinning a difficult situation to try to gain some benefit or clarity out of it. What I'm saying here is that if this is happening, if there is something malicious, if there's something going on behind your back, if you are becoming aware of gossiping or backbiting or backstabbing or theft or anything along those lines, what I'm getting here is that the Hangman reversed, Temperance reversed, that you are able to benefit from this energy only in the sense that, now you're aware of it, you can start to take action and start to understand who you need to extricate from your life, from your environment, who you need to unfriend, who you need to block, who you need to expose, if that's something that's relevant for you. Like if you're a person who's dealing with the theft of intellectual property, then this is saying that it's either about exposing the person, or it's about just understanding how you need to step forward from here in a very intelligent and strategic way to protect your interests, to make sure that the person who is attempting to steal from you doesn't actually have any footing to be able to take that information and use it for themselves. For some of you, this is about preparing to take legal action. For others of you, it's just about being aware that you might have put your trust in someone that doesn't deserve your trust. And this is the moment where you understand who these people are, what they're doing, and you position yourself so that they cannot take advantage of you anymore. So whether that means blocking, whether that means unfriending, whether that means cutting people off, whether that means changing your passwords, okay? Change your passwords, remove someone's access if they've had access, okay? The Two of Swords here, Two of Crystals in the outcome position is also affirming that this is about you understanding what exactly you're dealing with and not denying that. This is about you removing any kind of blindfold or blinders that you might have had on about a person or a situation, because you might not have been ready to deal with it. You might have been in denial about what you've been suspicious of. You might have been unwilling to accept what you've been perceiving about someone because you didn't want to lose that friendship, because you've had a history, or you've had, a connection, or you've been working together for a while, or what those things are that are relevant for you in this situation. This is a moment to be really real and honest about who you're dealing with and what their agenda is, and start to act in a way that is very protective of your own interests, and not being soft or letting someone continue to take advantage of your lack of boundaries or lack of awareness about what they've actually been up to. I want to take a look at this rune now. So this rune is called Jera. It's spelled Jera. I'm not sure if that's the correct pronunciation. Forgive me if I've butchered it. And it's about harvest. This is about the fruits of your labor coming through and the efforts being realized. Okay, it can also be a breakthrough of stagnancy. It can be about prosperity. It can be about success earned. It's about cycles and patterns and universal shifts that happen as a result of things coming around, you know, things coming around. So I'm going to read this in two ways. In one way, I'm going to say the fruits of your labor is that the results that you can realize here is that this is a moment for you to feel very empowered in understanding if someone has been betraying you, if someone's been stealing or lying or gossiping or any of that shit we've been talking about. This is you putting your foot down, taking action in whatever way it needs to be taken to stop that person's behavior from having any kind of ill effect on you any longer. Another way here is it could be describing the person who's maybe been betraying you, getting their results or getting the efforts, the realization of their efforts in that now they've been revealed and exposed. That's another interpretation. Another way I could read this is in the opposition of that is that if you don't heed the warning of this reading and you don't take action on person or persons who are attempting to take advantage of you, who are using you, who are lying or cheating or taking advantage of you in some way and thinking that they're getting away with it, this is describing them having, or you, if you don't take action on that, this is about you experiencing the setbacks that will occur if you don't step in now and heed the warning of this reading and take action to stop this person or these people from continuing on in their behavior without you interrupting that strategic attack that's going on. Now keep in mind, this can be on a spectrum, right? We could be talking about anything from the most severe end of it being, again, theft of intellectual property, which will definitely affect your finances and your income for some people. It could affect your personal reputation. It will affect your personal expression, okay? That's on the most extreme end. On the other end of it, if it's just about someone who's talking shit behind your back and it's not really that important, but it does actually affect your sense of self-worth and confidence if you let it carry on and you still maintain a friendship, okay? So just see it doesn't have to be the most extreme version of what it is that's being described here, because this is a general reading, right? So you need to just see where you are on that spectrum of little bit to a lot and figure out what is the most relevant and meaningful response to the conditions that you're under, given the archetypes that are being described here by this spread. But on the most extreme end of it, as I said, if you don't take action on the warning that's being given here through this interpretation of people who are being strategic and breaking your trust or talking behind your back or stealing from you or attempting to in some way lie, cheat, thieve, betray, any of that stuff, if you don't take action on that and take steps towards protecting your intellectual property, towards protecting your reputation, protecting your finances, protecting your space, protecting your whatever it is that needs protecting, okay, then you could experience a loss. There could be conflict here, there could be a setback, there could be some kind of repetition of a previous cycle where you may have been in a situation similar to this before and you chose not to speak up for whatever reason, okay? You just need to fit yourself into this situation where you lie in the most correct way and take action according to or in an appropriate way to the conditions that you are experiencing. I feel like I've covered everything here, but I want to just make sure, I'm just checking over here to make sure there's nothing else I need to transmit. I will say with this hangman in reverse here as the position of what challenges you, you need to be careful that you don't just be a victim of your circumstance and not take action. That's how I'm seeing it in this reading. Don't just be a victim of a person's bad behavior and not take action and not do anything and let them continue going on with their bad behavior. The Temperance as well in this card, in this reading, I would also read it in the way of, You know, normally Temperance is the card of acceptance and forgiveness and reconciliation, da-da-da-da-da. In this context, how I'm seeing this is that this is not a time to be soft. This is not a time to be compassionate. This is not a time to be unconditionally forgiving of a person. No, this is a time to call someone out on the fuckery and stop them from taking it any further. This is a line in the sand. Okay, Pisces, I started to get a little bit carried away there, but please take action on this situation. Don't just lie down and take it. That's what I'm seeing here with the Hangman reverse. Don't just lie down and take it. Don't leave the blindfold on. Don't turn your back on what you're hearing and seeing. Because this person who's doing this is counting on you being that soft, forgiving, compassionate person that maybe is too scared to speak up for themselves. And that's why they think they're going to get away with it. You need to step in here and do something to stop them. I'm going to leave it there. I hope that this message reaches you in the right timing so that you can be empowered and proactive about this circumstance. It's been an honor and a pleasure to read for you, Pisces. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now.